It's Fed Day, it's Fed Day, it's Fed Day, it's Fed Day, it's Fed Day! Good morning, how are you doing? ¿Cómo está la veo? It's Fed Day. Free money day. Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Wayne McDonald. I'm the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. Thank you very much for being here at the Forex.Today YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for your positive interactions within the community. Thank you for trying your absolute best to improve as a currency trader day after day after day, blood, sweat, and tears for years. I hope you are finding success, and maybe in some way, even some small way, these webinars are helping you succeed in this world of darkness. Good to see you. By the way, my name is Wayne McDonald. I am the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. They're right here. There's the logo. If you could please visit TradersWay.com, open up a demo account, download MT4, and you can come back here and download my chart templates for free. The description's in the video below. And you'll be good to go. Now, yesterday we talked about having multiple accounts, like an ECN account, a fixed spread account, a variable account, and why those things have their own strengths, and you might want to use them in different situations. Well, the nice thing is Traders Way will allow you to have an ECN or a fixed spread or a variable spread, so you can fund multiple accounts there. So please do that, please. Without further ado, we got to move on because we got ADP before we have FOMC. Here we are at Forex.Today. Just thought I'd pony up the calendar. This is just for today, July 31st. July 31st, that is my date of birth. I got to this morning and July 31st, that's today. And what we're looking at here is this, another dumb prediction. And this is in regards to ADP. And then Friday is non-farm payrolls, right? And then later today, you can see we have the interest rate decision. Does MT4 work on an iPad? I honestly don't know. Okay. Bill says, Wayne, I think that Euro USD start to perform the curve for the uptrend that you told me before 2 days ago. Take a look. Yeah, I'm sure we'll look at Euro dollar. So anyways, so there we go. There's the big news for today. There's Chinese PMI coming up. I mean, obviously manufacturing data out of China is going to be important. So you even have an interesting Asian session. Okay. Very, very, very cool. Cool. Andrew Whittle says yes. So maybe yes, MT4 works on an iPad. I don't use no iPad. All right, cool. So that's coming up hot here, coming up fast. So why don't I pull up tradethenews.com. Trade the news. Hey, I found a new place for us to meet up and do like a Forex conference. Who wants to go to Montenegro? Looks like you can get a nice 5-star hotel on the water for cheap. Let's go to Montenegro. It's got the sea, it's got mountains, it's got everything. And if you're American, you would go there and drink Corona. Hey, is there senior frogs, dude? Anyways, Baltic Dry Index, wow, it's still pretty low. So anyways, ADP coming out. They're thinking of $1.50. Highlander says, what continent is that on? Think about where the Russians would go to vacation. Think of south of Sarajevo. I think George Soros has a couple of banks there. Gorgeous. So anyways, ADP comes out in 5 minutes, so I guess we'll take a look around. What do we got going here? I've isolated Euro. Euro still has been going up, up, and sideways. So we know Euro and Swissy are both strong, or Rand is weak, or Pound is weak, or Kiwi is weak. So let's just say there's some strength on Euro. Is measured. Okay. And here's the thing with Rand.
China Central Bank saying to appropriately control the size of debt and debt to assist to asset ratio of big property developers.
This is really hardcore bullish. Okay. Might want to keep that in mind. Canadian GDP also coming out. Cool. Yeah, Mark says no Corona for sure. Dude, can you help me out, bro? Can you tell me where the senior frogs is, man?
Reminder a few minutes out from the release of the monthly ADP data ahead of the jobs report on Friday. ADP employment expected to grow by 150,000. We'll get you the back month revision to 102,000 as soon as we can. This comes 15 minutes ahead of the U.S. Employment Cost Index and Canada GDP data. Some data out ahead of us here for the next 15 minutes. Overall, U.S. equity markets continue to point to a slightly higher open, helped by some of the corporate earnings news we've seen in the last 24 hours. Markets in Europe are mixed, along with the mixed data for the session, but rates are generally lower, and U.S. rates are flat to slightly lower heading into the expected rate cut this afternoon by the FOMC. The dollar index is currently trading 98.07, unchanged from yesterday's close. And again, we're waiting on this ADP data due out in about 2 minutes' time.
And I ran so far away. Crude, XAU, XAU. I thought one of these was silver. Aussie dollar. I don't have euro, huh? That's euro there, isn't it? Yeah. So there's the projected bottom, and here's a buy zone if you're a bull. Down, 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 up, up, sell. I guess I could do it this way. Delete. Down, 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 up, up, sell. Down, 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 up, up, sell. Down, 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 up, sell. Right? Sideways, sideways. Down, 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 down. Up,
30 seconds, 30
sell.
seconds of the ADP
down,
data.
Down, 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 up. Maybe?
And the expectations for ADP is an increase of 150,000 against a prior 102,000. ADP July employment change comes in 156,000.
Whoa!
Meet of expectations and improvement from a month ago.
Whoa! Coming in high.
Revised to 112,000, up slightly there for June, 102,000 previously. In terms of the numbers, we're seeing small business plus 11,000, medium plus 67, large businesses plus 78,000. On the service sector, we saw a plus print of 146 in both construction and manufacturing were higher. Mark Zandi saying job growth is healthy but steadily slowing. Small businesses are suffering the brunt of the slowdown. Hampering job growth are labor shortages, layoffs at bricks and mortar retailers, and a fallout from weaker global trade.
It makes cutting interest rates by 50 basis points more difficult. That's like 50% better than last month. Well, maybe last month wasn't that good, but still. Peter DeVry says up for dollar or euro dollar. Oh, Prince Philip, you need to take the fundamentals course. fxbootcamp.com. I think the coupon code still works. I sent out 3 times an email regarding coupon code. So anyways, so far, not a major response. Dollar's still sort of trying to be weak here. Euro's still trying to be strong here. But I wouldn't call this trending upward yet, right? I mean, clearly, let's get rid of this. Clearly, we're still on this time frame below that low, and really you'd want to be a higher than that high. So we're still caught in this. Which number was 50% better? Well, they were expecting about 100,000, and we got 150,000.
Not seeing much movement in U.S. Treasury futures following the ADP data.
Yes, a random name says stepping down. And the interesting thing is, if anyone thought the Fed was going to cut by 50 basis points, that makes it more difficult to believe that thought. And if they had priced in 50 basis point cut today by the Fed, then the dollar would weaken. So in this case, if now they have to change their opinion because of ADP and they're like, oh, well, they can't do 50, but we'll only get 25, then they've oversold the dollar and now they need to buy some dollar back. Now, they might not do it against euro, okay, but they might do it against the pig. Global investor downloaded MT4. Cool. Oh, Mark, I was going off of... well, even Trade the News said it as well as they printed it. So maybe expected. I shouldn't have said expected. Last month was 102. And that was now revised up to 112. So last month was 100 and we got 150, I guess is what I meant to say. Let me go back to this. Where's the ADP? 150 expected. I see. Yeah, my bad. I misread it. My bad. Thank you, Marky. Sparky Marky. All right. Well, no, it doesn't mean a dang thing, Annapur. It's whatever. It's like, honestly, if think about it this way, when GDP comes out. So let's actually pull that up. We have Canadian GDP. All right, so let's talk about that. Okay, we're talking about GDP for the entire Canadian economy. Okay, you ready for this? So, it says here, year over year, right? Right now they're expecting 1.3, and it was 1.5. For all of Canadian consumption, all of Canadian business investment, all of Canadian government spending, right? And all of Canadian net X. Okay? Plus, plus, plus. So honestly, do you think they can even truly measure with accuracy the difference between 1.5 and 1.3? I don't think so. Right? Like, oh my God, it's 1.3 and it used to be 1.5. Like, oh my God, the economy's great. Well, dude, seriously? I think doing the math, if you saw how many variables and how much fuzzy logic and how much data sampling and statistical analysis they use to come up with that, the rounding error is ginormous. So I chuckle. I chuckle when I see things like that. So if they were expecting 150 and it came out 156, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter. Now, if it came out 194, that'd be a big difference, right? But there's no meaning between 150 and 156. All it says is small and medium businesses hired as expected, and they don't show signs of needing economic stimulus from the Fed.
We'll see some North American data. Out of the U.S., we've got the second quarter employment cost index expected to hold steady at 0.7%. We've seen over 2 years or 28 quarters of gains in this index. Again, it should hold steady at 0.7%. We'll see some Canadian data as well.
Oh, for sure, eh?
GDP, the monthly GDP.
Oh, for sure, eh? Doing some Canada GDP. So anyways, guys, don't get caught up in data points. What we're trying to look at is trends. Okay? That's what we care about. Trends. So far, CAD Swissy. Now, first of all, before you do anything, let's analyze Swiss franc, because we got Canadian news come up, so that's irrelevant. So let's talk Swissy. Euro, Swissy. Okay. Swissy stronger than Aussie. Euro stronger than Swissy. Well, I guess it's the time frame that we're also worried about. So that's interesting. Clearly, let's make sure these are all. Okay, let's make this should have been 4 hour. Okay. Swissy generally stronger than Aussie. Swissy's been generally stronger than Euro. Swissy definitely stronger than Pound. USD is stronger than Swissy. So dollar stronger than Swissy, and there's been big up moves against Swissy in the last 4 hours here, 24 hours here, no move here. So this is a mess. So I look at this and I see the Swiss franc is generally neutral. US dollar is stronger than Swissy. So if you were thinking about, like, I don't know what you were doing with CAD Swissy, but if you were going to sell CAD Swissy, you're better off of buying CAD dollar. Okay? If you were going to buy CAD Swissy, so you're selling Swissy, you're better off doing CAD pound. Okay? What do I think about NASDAQ? Yes, it exists. I like it fine. All right. And ransom for just out of curiosity, how many people would be interested in analyzing at least, let's say, the S&P 500 every single day? Bald and Bankrupt, like. Thank you, Bald and Bankrupt. Thanks, Dad. Thank you, Papa. Yeah, my dad's got thick hair. Big stacks. All right. Yeah, what do you want? Would you guys like, how many people here are like interested where you're basically even more interested in that than Forex? Or you're just as interested in the S&P 500? And I'll throw in the DAX. S&P 500 and DAX traders almost, or maybe as much, or maybe even more excited about that than Forex. Tova says, that would tell us how currency pairs would do? Yes, it does. It's called relative strength. So now if you're interested in the CAD news, now we know to buy CAD Swissy, no, buy CAD pound or buy USD CAD. Okay. So lots of, yeah, okay. Jim says S&P 500, but DAX not so much. DAX is fantastic. Yeah, everybody. Okay, now that's the next one. How many people would be very interested in trading Bitcoin as like a major focus? You're like, I need Wayne to do this every day for me. Crypto rage, well, that goes without saying, right? Mediocre interest, Chris Chrissy says it should be my focus. Okay, cool, interesting. And that's how Bold and Bankrupt got Bold and Bankrupt. Yeah. Cryptos might be the future. I think it is the future, in fact. Maybe not cryptocurrencies, but blockchain for sure. For sure. So mediocre response from you guys, maybe because you're mostly currency traders, and so maybe there's some built-in animosity there. I've done maybe $50,000 or $60,000 this year in Bitcoin, and I'm not I wouldn't declare myself a pro Bitcoin person, but if I wasn't at Harvard, there's a program at MIT that I would take. I think it's about 6 classes on blockchain to get like blockchain certified. I would do that. Oh shoot, I missed it. I must have turned the volume off. Sorry guys. Where is it? Oh, I missed it. This one. Sorry guys. Oh. Which one is it? They changed the buttons. Sorry about that.
minus 0.2 lower to minus 0.1%. Raw material price at minus 5.9%. It's lower than the minus 3% expected for Canada. The back month rise at 1/10 to minus 2.4%.
So U.S. Treasury out with their quarterly refunding statement saying that they expect to increase the size of their TIPS auctions.
Auction $38 billion in 3-year notes, $27 billion in 10-year notes, $19 billion in the 30-year bonds.
So we're already at support. So to get through that's going to be a little tricky. And it's sort of a double bottom on a 4-hour. That can get a little tricky actually. So we'll see. You might want to wait for a break pullback scenario. This might take an hour for you to set up. Or, of course, you just take the news. You just scalp the news. And you live with consequence. The cool thing about a scalp is you can't lose a lot. Okay? So you go into a 1 minute now. So you can try to follow that along. Okay? So you can see, you should know how to scalp. I assume, again, I've been teaching people how to scalp the news for 15 years. I'm assuming you've followed that. But anyways, it could be interesting. Always check your role reversals. So you can see there's a, we'll call this a 618 to 50%. Okay. There's already been a 382. Is that right, Ed? Bad food, huh? Even if you go to a 5-star place? So that means that would point to CAD weakness. All right, so someone else said USD CAD's better, but that it may not be going in the way we wanted it to go. So let's take a look at CAD versus everything. I don't even have USD CAD here. Slight strength. Slight strength. Here it is. All right. I wouldn't call that insane. It is better than the other one, but all we did is hit support. It's nice to see the weakness, though. So I think this is dollar weakness. Okay? So dollar's weakening for some reason. Could be our 2.6 billion trade, too. Let's move over. Let's do our peso. Oh, my peso! Okay. Oh, by the way, you see this? I woke up this morning, made another 100 pips while I was sleeping. Once again, that's how you do wealth trading. There it is. So maybe this is going to start moving. Remember, we want this to head down between today and Friday. You guys remember talking about that on Monday? Oh, you caught buck 32? Sweet. Right. Simple little scalp. Oh, the programmer is actually programming your daily trade planner. Remember we talked about this maybe 3 months ago about training wheels for trade planning? So we're building it. So remember, like, think of it this way. This is what trade planning is like. Let me ask you a question. Is it factual to say that we wanted to sell this pair this week? In fact, not even this week, but between basically the last day of the month and the first Friday of the month. How many people would say that that's factual? That was our bias. Bias can be interpreted as strategy. It's not a tactic, but we know from the even July 30th, really, all the way to the first Friday. How many people would confirm that you know that to be absolutely factual? Because we've been doing it actually for years. And that there's actually a video on YouTube, which I think 30,000 people have watched, right? Like all I'm saying is you could wake up today, rub your eyes and say, I hope the USD Mexican peso falls today, right? That's called bias. Okay. With your bias set, which means you don't need to make a decision anymore. You already know what your decision is. You know this is where you sell. In particular, somewhere around the London Open would be great. Okay? The daily trade planner would look in such a way that you would wake up in the morning, you already know what you want to do because you shared your bias, and it says, hey man, you should probably get short like here. Okay, and then there would be an arrow, and it'll probably look something like this. Okay. That's probably an exaggerated arrow. Let me redo that. I guess I'll just redo it completely. It probably looks something like this. Okay? Okay? So we're building that to give you an idea on whatever currency pair you want. Okay. Once again, it's not making decisions for you, but it's sure giving you a good sort of wink, wink, nudge, nudge on how to plan trades. Okay. So when we came up with the idea, and remember, you guys came up with the idea, and I said, hey, if I build it, would you buy it? And you're like, yeah. So I'm building it, so you better buy it. Okay. All right. So there's your kitty cat. So let's get off exotics. I don't think there's much more to talk about. Well, actually, one thing to talk about, I had to make a decision a few days ago, and I'm not sure if we talked about it in the webinar or not, so now that I have it in front of me. When you're here, let's say, or here, or here. Well, yeah, let's get rid of the last one there. Okay? In this scenario here, we clearly have a bottom, and this is clearly a take profit zone, right? And I'm short, so I'm supposed to be taking profit. Now, I also have a long-term view and a sense of seasonality and all this kind of stuff, but you have to make a decision. I'm supposed to take a profit. Remember, this is where I'm supposed to sell. Okay? And this is where I'm supposed to take profit. Okay? And it hit it pretty early, which means since I hit it early, there's a potential for a counter trend. But I didn't get out. Okay? But I didn't get out. We did the roll reversal. It re-entered, hit the bottom, so now we're trapped. And then we get to the end of the month. This is the last week of the month, right in here, okay? And I never got out because I didn't want to get out. But I certainly had more than enough reason to take my money and run. Now, the next part of the process is as I entered into the end of the month, I started planning August. So this was Friday of last week. And Friday of last week, I said, I have a new plan. The new plan for August is, there is the high for the month of August, the high. So if I breach that, I'm going to stay short. And we breached it, and I'm staying short. Now, if I want to be a cheeky monkey about it, I could move my stop here and get knocked out at last month's extreme target and be very happy with that. But anyways, I went through this process, and yesterday I made 200 pips profit, and today I made 100 pips profit. And of course, I did no work. Okay, but I wanted to kind of go through that decision-making process where now, even though it's still July, I'm already 4 or 5 days into my August trade planning. Okay, and what I expect to happen between now and Friday is an up and a down. Okay. Chrissy says it's going to be amazing algorithm. I think you're talking about the daily trade planner. I wouldn't call it amazing, but I think it's going to be extremely helpful to you psychologically. Hey, thank you, Timbo. Yeah, psychologically, it's going to be very helpful. I don't think it's going to, like I said before, it doesn't make decisions for you. You make a decision, and then it says, okay, based on your decision, here's some ideas, and here's how those ideas would likely play out. And I'd say maybe 33% of the time, you won't even get a trade. But that's how trading's like. Your plan doesn't come to fruition. And then I think 33% of the time, it'll come together perfectly, and you'll say, oh, gag Zeus, look at this. And then the other 33% of the time, it'll come together, but not perfectly. But if I can teach you to do this day after day after day after day after day, week after week after week after week after week, month after month after month, you will learn how to be consistent. And that's the part that will blow you away. The algorithm's not amazing, but you will become, I hope, a more amazing trader. Because you need to see the consistency. I think a lot of people, they get off the consistency and they start doing a bunch of different things, or and when you're inconsistent in a random market, or let's say an inconsistent market, a market that goes bull to bear to bear to bull, bull to high volatility, low volatility, all this kind of stuff's going on, and you're winging it on strategy, there's just no way you could possibly be successful. So if I can teach you how to be consistent, I think you'll have an aha moment. I think it's going to help you psychologically, which is amazing, right? But the algorithm itself isn't amazing. But I think if you use it as a tool, you use it appropriately, and you're hardcore about it, and you give it lots of time to work for you. Again, if you're thinking like it's going to get you rich quick, it ain't going to work for you. In fact, Forex ain't going to work for you. But if you look at it as a training tool, a real resource, I think in the beginning you'll get the trade ideas and you won't trade them. But after a while, you'll start to say, you know what? A lot of these are really good frickin' trades. I should probably pay more attention. And then all of a sudden you'll start paying more attention, and then, you know what I mean? And then it'll just wear you down like water over stone. And then you'll start looking at it, like you said, as a guide or something. How much? Well, I haven't launched it yet. It should be affordable, though. I think maybe what I'll do is I'll let like the first 25 people or something sign up for cheaper, in exchange that they use it for 3 months and then provide a video testimonial or something. Yeah, Jim's like everything. Well, that's the wonderful thing about money. Like my daughter and I were talking about something the other day, and I can't even remember what it was. But I'm like, well, thank God it's only money. And she's like, well, it's expensive. I'm like, yeah, well, I can make more money. There's a lot of things I cannot do, right? But if money is the only obstacle, well, that could be tackled. Like that could be achieved, right? Like that's the wonderful thing about trading and such. Like it's the money is there. It's right there. So typically it's the time that you have to worry about. So I worry about time. I don't worry about money. So that's the cool thing. Money, we'll get past all that money stuff one day, right? And you'll still be a Forex trader, but you'll say, oh my God, well, I don't have money worries anymore, but I still got worries. All right, cool. But we'll easily get you past the money problem. Right on, random name. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, so I was wondering about other resources that could be made for you guys down the road. That's all. Next gen. I'm not following you. All right. So, anyways, I got to mark this. We marked it on the other chart, but just it's very technically important. over top of these prices and this here, this is bullish, but I want to be bearish. So I'm in this situation where it might do this and then come back down, right? So I want to be a bear, but I can't. That's why I marked that. Why do I want to be a bear? Well, I don't really like the euro, and I don't really like the South African rand, but they're willing to pay me a lot of money to lend them. Okay, so the pesos, Oscar Mike, okay. Let's switch this up. Let's go into a monthlies and weeklies, okay. Okay, you see anything important about this top? A bear, right, even way over here weeks ago, a bear knew that if the market's turning bearish, that is the projected high, and that the rest of the week should be lower. And because of that, we can predict a likely bottom. It will allow me. There we go. So based on this little mark here, the target is here. Cool, right? Oh, yeah. I saw that, Val. Sorry. It's still early morning here, so. Lambo grab. No, I don't. No, I want to call it something like the daily trade planner. Like, that's all it is. I want to teach you how to plan your trades properly so you can become a successful independent currency trader. And maybe work for me one day. So I need you to be able to think and plan. I'll say, hey, what do you think about this currency? And you'll tell me some interesting thoughts. Then I'll say, well, what's your plan on how to carry that out? And you give me a plan, and I'll say, wow, that's very reasonable. Okay, so that's where I want to get you. All right, so anyways, let's get off here. Done with the exotics. Let's isolate the yens. Okay. Yen strong. Yen strong. Yen weak. Oh. So therefore, let's make sure we got the right time frame. Oops. CAD is stronger than Aussie and pound. CAD is stronger than Kiwi, and Euro and CAD are about the same. Do we have congruency? No. So I'm not ready to start buying these, but I might be. I like it at this price. I like it at this price. I liked it at that price. I like it at this price, and I would prefer to buy it down here. So I can tell Euro is stronger than these others. Okay. CAD actually gave us the setup and then took off. So I am hoping, okay, what my plan is like that, or like this, or like this, or like this, okay, and like this. But there's a lot of resistance above us, so I got to be cautious. But it is time to start watching yens. I think we're a couple of weeks early, but that's the right price. I don't know the time, but that is the right price. So I need to start if I want to be selling them. Right on, Timbo. What would be the high level steps of planning trades? Fundamental analysis. Making a bias is the most important thing. After that, trading is fairly easy and straightforward. That's what I'm going to teach you. So these webinars every day doesn't seem to be 100% clicking with everyone. Like I open your eyes and then you go over somewhere else and you're on your own and you get lost and you show up here and you're like, that makes sense. And then you go on your own and then you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. So to just have something around every single day to just give you, just to show you, just to give you like the idea of what you should be doing if you had a bias. So remember, at 5 p.m. every single day, you'll get a message that tells you what to do at the London Open, for example. It's not really the London Open, the trade of the day. So every, let's say, Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, oops, I'll just do all this. So at 5 p.m. every day, let's say. So at 5 p.m. on a Tuesday. Tuesday at 5 p.m. I might change this. Maybe I'll do it 4 p.m. I don't know. Tuesday at 5 p.m. It'll give you Wednesday's trade idea. Cool, right? That's cool, right? Here's what to do tomorrow. Right on, Jim. And Jim, you've been around a long time, so you understand the value of just something to keep you on task is so important. All right. Even if you know what you're doing, having something to keep you on task and keep your focus is so important. Especially if you're trading on your own, you can really get lost in your own loneliness. And by you, I mean me. I work a lot, actually, on staying focused. Look at this. Look how weak that dollar is. Holy smokes. Well, what I'm hoping happens, though, Jim, is that people kind of use it. They're like, yeah, that's nice. And after a while, they realize that the suggestions are better than what they're doing, personally. And it makes them change. It opens the eyeballs, right? And you say, oh. Okay, right? Oh my God, now I see what I should be doing every day. And there's no, I wouldn't say a Wayne clone, because it's your bias, not mine. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're going to have to tell me what to do. And then I'll show you how to do it. All right. So, like, dollar is weak against the pound currently, and pound sucks. So that's interesting, huh? So a USD yen short, but that's not that good. USD Swiss franc short, but you know that I don't like those types of setups. I wish Kiwi was stronger. I wish Aussie was stronger is another example, but like I showed you on the yen pairs, okay. Like I showed you on the yen pairs, I prefer this to go up, and this is my price. But before I can buy it, I really need to kind of have a double bottom, higher high, higher low. Like, it's pretty early in the game for me to get in there. Hey, do you guys want to trade the interest rate decision together? Love Asian says, is pound dollar going up? It looks like it's going up now, but I'm not a bull on pound. I'm a bear on a pound, so I'm not really interested in looking at it. All right, so if I set up an event, will you guys be there? So let's do this. I'm going to pull the plug now. I'm going to create an event. We'll start at 1:30. The announcement is at 2. I'll do a presentation about the FOMC, and then we'll catch the rate. Does that sound good? Okay. I'll do that now then. Okay, remember, I'm going to actually create an event, so I need you to click the button or whatever to join the event. Okay? So in about 5 minutes, I need you to hang around on YouTube for about 5 minutes. You know what? Maybe I can just do it now. I'll just do it now. You know what? I'll do it now. Hang on. I'll create the event, and then you can register for the event because I'll give you the link. Cool. So hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. La 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 la. Yes, but louder? I'm not sure if that's a joke. Am I too loud? Oh, I'll do gold as soon as I'm done setting this up, okay? New, easier. All right, so there I am live. I'm live now. Okay. Oh, new live event. Woohoo! Today at 1:30 p.m. GMT Eastern. Okay, that's good. Today. Decision. Okay, and it's got a bunch of keywords. Let's enter a few more. Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve. bank, FOMC, interest rate, rate hike, rate cut, Federal Open Market Committee. Cool. All right. And create event. Your tags are too long. No, I didn't know it was so long. Wow, the system is stupid. Oh, finally. All right. Please place an image. Select a stream. Almost done. And configure encoder. Copy and paste that into the encoder. Start the encoder. And then I have to go to the control room. All right, I think it's now there. YouTube.com Forex.Today. Let me try. Cool. Live Forex trading, interest rate decision, right here. All right. Boom. Chalakalaka. Go ahead and register there. Yeah, well, the rate decision is not the interesting part. It's the forward guidance that's going to be interesting. And notice you can leave your comments. Hello, please leave a comment. Would you please leave me a comment? So typically when I do live events, you can't leave comments yet, but you can do it here. You can also like it before we even start. Maybe you want to share it. Special trading event today. Live Fed meeting. Okay. So, get involved. And I will see you at 1:30. So at 1:30, I'll do a 25-minute presentation on the FOMC, the Fed, how the Fed works, what the Fed meetings are like, the 2-day meetings. I'll take you step by step through the board meetings, who says what in what order. I'll give you an overview of the Board of Governors, monetary policy, open market operations, fractional reserve banking, and by then the announcement will come out and we'll trade the volatility, and then there will be a press conference, and then we can see what their forward guidance is. How does that sound? Bald and bankrupt. The link isn't working. It's a YouTube video. It should work fine. If that doesn't work, just go to youtube.com/Forex.Today. Nicola. Oh, the register, I think, is simply set reminder. Okay. Will it be recorded? Yeah. No, I won't record it. No, I'm not going to record it. Cool, guys. Don't forget to leave a comment. Someone said they left a comment, but I don't see the comment. So anyways. All right, well, I will see you later today. Yeah, you don't have to register. You have to click the reminder so that you're notified when it starts. Oh, I see you're typing in here. Hi, guys. Please leave a comment in the area below the video. It helps us rank. It helps our community rank better on YouTube. Okay, cool. No, people are leaving them in the chat. These are comments. See, comment. This is chat. Google doesn't give two hoots about chat. But anyways, so let's go, yo. I will see you later today. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. I'll see you at 1:30. And should be a good day. And maybe take the time to watch some of the other videos. There's 4,000 videos on YouTube that I've done associated with my work. You might want to watch that peso one since it's already started for this month. I'll see you later. Cheers.